What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Dunk Low Quick Strike in the Silver Surfer colorway. Today's video is brought to you by Capsule. Capsule is a brand new product on the market which helps to preserve your sneakers and extend their lives by up to 2 times. So it's a very simple process and the product is completely scientifically backed. Basically, you store your shoes inside their UV protective pods, which are airtight, and then you inject their secret sauce, which comes in the form of a cartridge. So this cartridge not only pushes out the bad air containing the oxygen and the dirt, but it pushes in their preservative, which is the key to extending the life of your sneakers. So this preservative tackles the 2 main reasons why your shoes age, crumble, and deteriorate over time, which is hydrolysis and oxidization. And in my opinion, this is best used for shoes that you wear more sparingly, maybe those grail type sneakers that you wear a couple times a year and then the rest of the time they're sitting on a shelf in a shoebox. So check out their website, their socials, I've linked all of that down below. They also introduced Capsule Club, which is a subscription-based service, so if you're someone that's in the market for a few of these kits, this is the best way for you to save money. So again, thank you so much for Capsule for sponsoring this video. So this right here is the Nike Dunk Low Silver Surfer colorway, which released on September 5th here in Canada, and they retailed for a price of $135 US or $175 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is metallic silver, Aegean storm, neutral gray, flat silver, and gym red. And this colorway is actually a retro or a reissue of an original Dunk Low that dropped back in 03 or 04, which makes this the 20th anniversary of this sneaker. So the Silver Surfer Dunks actually released as part of a pack. So this consisted of 2 Dunk Lows and 2 Air Max 90s, and while they were given the nickname Silver Surfer, it wasn't an actual Marvel collaboration. However, the original Dunks did feature Silver Surfer's face on the insole, which this shoe does not have. And over the years, both the Dunks and the Air Max 90s have kind of gained cult status. So for a lot of OG heads out there whose pairs are probably broken down by now, this retro was probably a welcome addition. So jumping right into the details of this shoe, starting things off with the toe box, which in my opinion is the star of the show. So the mesh layer on the toe box is actually 2 different layers. So we have what looks like more of a traditional mesh underneath, and then a metallic silver fine mesh overlay on top. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have a genuine light gray colored leather, and while this is a genuine leather, it does have like a bit of a plastic coating on top of it. This seam leather covers the eyelets of the sneaker, and then beneath this on the mid panel we have more of that doubled layered mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box. Overlaid on top of this, we have this beautiful blue colored leather swoosh, which again is also a genuine leather here as well. And then covering the side wing of the shoe, this is a slightly darker gray leather, and this wraps around the bottom of the heel. Above this we have more of that doubled layered mesh, and then the top of the heel, this is covered in this red colored leather with Nike branding pressed across in white. As far as the laces go, so this pair comes with 2 different lace options. The standard lace that they come with is just your normal flat style white lace, but if you're not feeling the white laces and you want to give the shoe a little bit of extra pop, they also come with these pale blue colored laces as well, which pretty much matches the color of the swoosh perfectly. Underneath this, the tongue is crafted out of the same material covering the toe box and the side panels. So we have 2 layers of mesh once again, and then on the top we have this tag with Nike branding done in a mix of red and blue. The interior of the shoe is decently padded, and it's covered in a very soft white colored liner. And then for the insoles, these come with their typical foam lined insole. We have this fabric finish on the top of the insole, and like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't feature the Silver Surfer's face on this pair. However, we have the Nike logo pressed onto the heel in blue instead. So the upper of these Dunks sits atop this solid rubber cupsole, which is all painted in white. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so for the outsole, this is your typical Dunk outsole, and it's all done in this gray colored rubber. We have a circular pivot point on the forefoot and Nike branding right smack in the middle. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, so my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in my true size 10, and they fit me, but they're definitely more on the snug side. So I don't know if it's just because it's more padded on the collar or just because of the materials, but they were noticeably more snug than a typical Nike sportswear Dunk Low. For example, like my Panda Dunks. Those ones I go true to size in and they fit me no problems. Whereas for this one, I feel like it would have been better if I went up half a size. So that's the same size I would go with for example, a Nike SB Dunk Low. Those ones I go up to a 10.5, and I feel like these would have been better with a 10.5 as well. but your foot may be completely different. So I feel like if you have a narrow or normal width foot, true to size should be okay. But if your feet are a little bit more on the wider side or extremely wide, I feel like going up a half size will fit you better. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel like any other Nike Dunk, so it feels pretty firm and flat to the ground and very stable. There's not too much from a softness and step and comfort perspective. For a casual use shoe, if you can get the sizing right for this pair, it's gonna feel fine, but just not anything super comfortable, but that's probably expected if you've worn a Nike Dunk before in your life. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality was kind of a mixed bag. So they do utilize genuine leathers on this shoe, but like I mentioned earlier, the leather panels have like this plastic coating on the top, which kind of takes away from the feel of the material. So you're not gonna have those nice leather grains when you run your fingers across it, but when you look at the materials from the side, you can tell that there are those natural leather fibers, which is a good thing. The overall build of the shoe though, I thought was fine as well. It wasn't perfect by any means. There were quite a few glue stains around the midsole area, but I didn't have any major issues to complain about on this shoe. It's just the typical small issues that you usually have with Nike products. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. I understand the cult following around the Silver Surfer pack, but given that I personally didn't start to collect sneakers until a few years after the pack released, to me, I don't have any sentimental feelings surrounding this release. So just looking at the colorway itself, I actually think it's a nice colorway. It's versatile enough that you can wear it often, but it has unique touches like the mesh layers and the hits of blue and the red. My biggest issue is though, if you're calling this the Silver Surfer pack, I just don't understand why there are hits of red specifically. I can understand blue to an extent, but going back to 2003-04, I would have totally expected the pack to be solely just grays, whites, silvers, and maybe even blacks. I just don't see how red fits into a Silver Surfer theme. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think about this Silver Surfer Dunk Low? For anyone watching, did you also pick these up? Are you waiting for these to potentially go on sale? They're already going for way under retail on the secondary market. Or you're just not feeling the colorway and this was a pass for you. As usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way. Another shout out goes out to Capsule for sponsoring this video, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.